Hello and welcome. My name is Ashmax. It is Friday evening, and I decided to play something else tonight, rather than the usual island which I've been playing through so far. I'm just going to have to lower this volume. This feels too loud for me. But hello. Yes, this can't hear me. One sec. My audio is going through. Let me check some. Can you hear me now? Because I can hear myself on the stream when I'm checking on YouTube Studio. I can hear you now since you turned down the volume. Yeah, so what I've noticed, this is just an observation, like Kuxel has kind of pointed this out in the past as well. People think your voice, the mic volume is too low, when the game audio is a lot higher than your voice volume, right? In comparison, when the reality is your voice is not too quiet. It's actually just the game volume's too high in comparison. It's probably just like the way we hear things, right? Yeah, I had to lower the game thing. Like even in my head, it was just if it sounded too loud. But hello, Evangeli Donut, and hello, Garlic Bread X. I have not seen you for a while. Hope everything is good with yourself. On this lovely Friday evening in March, I'm going to open up. I've already had a can of Monster, and I'm now drinking some Iron Brew. This is not a healthy Friday night for me. It's good to see you. Garlic Bread X, always good to see you in the chat. Right. Yes, Iron Brew's the best. I know if you're saying you'd ordered some. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway. Let's get into this, shall we? I'm going to switch to the full screen and hide my lovely avatar face. This was a recommendation from Evangeli Donut, I believe. Evangeli is saying probably the best soda I've had in a long time. Oh, you've had some of it. It's I will warn you, it is extremely bad for you. If you think Coke's bad for your health, Iron Brew is, I think, a bit worse. So it's definitely not something you should drink too much of if you can avoid it. Cacao Snow. Oh my god, I posted this game, I'm going live with this game on X, Twitter, and I think the two people that have liked it are bots. Man, what the hell? Anyway, this backup thing I have running in the background takes ages. Evangelion says, also word of warning, if you're playing the censored version, you're only getting half of the content of this game. I think only 3 routes. Well, let's have a look at the settings. What's this? Free open notebook. What the hell is this? Right click settings. What the fuck? I can't test any of these voices. Okay. Wait, is there a... I bought this game on Steam. Does that mean it's like censored? Should I have bought the game somewhere else? It will be censored automatically on Steam, right? Let me check this. Because I don't want to play... Right, got this on Steam. Where can I buy this game proper? Are we... there's a free patch on the game's website. Is the game's website Shiravune? Wait, let me see. Oh, full voice in Japanese, text in English. Developer is Innocent Grey. Get it on Joran. Oh, here's a patch. What's this patch? Are you 18 years or older? I think I am, guys. What the fuck? Why are there so many what the recommended patches? Download patches will be in the same language you're reading this page in. Pick your language from the language menu in the top right. Yeah, it's English. To make sure you get a patch that works with your game. What are these patches? Real anime situation DT, Geminism. What the fuck? I don't know what these patches are. Patch.moe. Oh shit. Oh, you posted the patch in Discord. Let's have a look. Continue. Let's hope I don't get a virus, guys. Let's see. Let this download. Yeah, the patch is a patch.moe, but it was like recommending me some fucking weird titled stuff. Where is it? I don't know what the recommended is. You shall R-I. Oh, okay. Yeah, that I see it there. I don't know why it has recommended at the top. That must just be like, why would you recommend? I thought the recommended patches would be the one. Wait, this is just patch.moe. Never mind. It's not going to necessarily know what I was looking at in the previous page. Right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to do something really sketchy. I'm going to close the game. I'm going to run this patch. What does it read me for? I'm just going to chat to you while doing this. Let's see how this goes. This file is blah blah blah. Yeah, after installing this patch, you'll be able to enjoy the same content. The patch does not work on its own. You'll need to purchase and install the Steam version. Move all the files to the installation folder. So there's 2 files. Copy these. Damn, man, I don't know what an installation folder is. Let me just get this sorted. Where have I... Shit! Where is it? Is it Steam Library, right? Site Steam Apps? No, that didn't work. Where the fuck? Steam Apps here. What? It's only got Counter-Strike source. How does this organize the bloody resource Steam games? Dude, it only has Counter-Strike listed there. Why? Steam games folder. Steam library, retro games. My documents. I think it's under. It must be under either Steam library. Right, it's not there. What was recently? 5th of March. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Let me open up Steam. Let me open up this. It should take me to manage browse local files. Right. What the fuck, Steam? Oh, dude, it's under program files. What the absolute fuck? Right, anyway. Oh, I think these are these additional files? Let me paste this. Paste. Well, how big are these files? They're PFS files. What are PFS files? Right, guys, if I get a virus, you'll find out live. Dude, one of these is like almost a gig in size. What the fuck? Right, that's installed. Let's open this up again. Let me see if this can pick it up. It's picking it up. Good. This is all good. What? Okay. Close. Okay. Okay. Close. Right. Evangelion also. I post for the Steam version. Solution follows Steam. Sorry, I mean right-click games. Yeah, PFS is the archive, proprietary archive format. Oh, okay. I trust you, man, because I know that you are a ace modder. Oh, damn. Wait, let me see the settings then. Is that added to the settings? No. Mate, it would be nice. Wait a minute, let me just check something. Sensor on. Yeah, baby. The sensor is ready. Right, let's get into this. The Egg of Nyanis Part 2. Wait, why are we starting on Part 2? Shin Katsuragi. Wait, why does it say Part 2? Is that right? Is this, have we started at the right point? Because it's like started with the load save notes. What's this? I don't know what these buttons do. Shit. Come on, guy. What? I mean, that fast forwards. What does that do? Oh. What does this do? Oh, okay. The girl traded a small black egg for a torso, right arm, left arm, right leg, left leg. Wait, what? Evangelion is saying, also be sure to have your purple head of purity ready. I do. The characters' voices are going to be hidden on options until you meet them. Probably gay, by the way. Yeah, I thought so. Just to clarify that you were asking about it earlier stream. Yeah, it's interesting that they've done it that way. I suppose it's not to spoil things, right? The girl traded a small black egg for a torso, right arm, right leg, and left leg. However, she still lacked a head. She looked around, but there was no one to be found. I mean, the image in the background looks like she has a head. Oh dear, what? Wait, there's no voice? What am I to do? Mother will never be whole now, lamented the girl. What? Even if she managed to get her hands on another's head, she could never share her mother's face. Oh mother, where could your face be? She asked a large black egg, but there was no answer. Oh mother, my mother in this shell, could your face perhaps be in there? Once that notion took hold, the girl could wait no longer. She placed the giant black egg on the earth before raising a giant black stone. What? Is she going to break the egg? Cease this at once! You mustn't break the shell. The mother's voice failed to penetrate the shell and reach the girl's ears. The girl swung the giant stone down. Evangelion is saying, I believe the part 2 is regarding the storybook, not the actual game. Oh, okay. With a resounding crack, the large black egg fractured, pieces cracking off. Mother, where could you be? The girl peeled the cracked egg as she gazed into it. However, all she found was a goopy red liquid. Mother, where are you? The girl stuck her hand into the sanguine fluid and stirred it around. They never felt her mother's head. This is kind of gross. The liquid leaked out through the cracks in the egg, staining the surrounding earth crimson with each passing second. No, mother is spilling out! The girl frantically fell to her hands and knees, but alas, it was too late. The ground had already absorbed far too much of the red fluid. No, no, mother! The girl wept as she screamed for her mother over and over again. But her mother would never return. The girl sobbed until she had no tears left to shed. I'm going to lower the volume a bit more. I don't know why, but it just... Wait, what? Here we go. I don't know what it is, but it just seems to penetrate my... Yeah. Penetrate my ears. It's beautiful music, don't get me wrong. The girl wept as she screamed for her mother over and over again, but her mother would never return. The girl sobbed until she had no tears left to shed. Eventually, she rose to her feet, eyes parched as a desert. Alongside her was a broken black egg and her mother's headless body. I must find Mother, muttered the girl, excavating the earth that had guzzled the red liquid which had once been her mother, before burying the black eggshell and headless body there. And thus she set out again in search of her mother. Didn't you just kill your mum? What? Why is your mum an egg? This is one of those things where it tells you a piece of a story out of context, and you're like, what the hell is this? A journey beginning in purgatory, a grieving soul traverses hell and eventually something. Oh, he who seeks the truth and aims for the summit. What's that? Is it abandon all hope, ye who enter here? Voice intrate. What language is that? Latin? Prefazione, the psychological test. Prefazione? It's Italian? What? Evangel is saying, in quotes, this is kind of gross. Welcome to Clockup's whole design philosophy. Well.
無心で白いカンバスに向かう。そうすれば描きたいものが頭の中に浮かんでくるような気がして。今私の周りには何もない。人も空気もしがらみも何もかも。ただこの世界に私一人という感覚。鉛筆を動かす。まだ形は見えないけれど、いつかきっとこの白い世界を私の色で埋め尽くせるような気がして。
1956, January the 14th, moon's age 1, new moon. What? We're in a church. This is not going to end well. Not in a visual novel. Man, the Japanese. In anime and visual novels, whenever we're in a church, very rarely a good thing. Valari Katari, welcome to the stream. We are playing The Shell, Part 1, Inferno. The auditor. Do you know? I've just realised this is just an observation, and I've thought about this as well. I tend to play visual novels, that have a mix of that have Japanese voice acting in it, and wherever the Japanese voice acting is, I don't read it out, and I just read out the bits that are not voice acted. And I've realised how inconvenient a viewing experience that could be. It means that anyone watching my playthroughs has to watch it. They can't just listen to it. And when I think back to both Saya no Uta and The House in Fata Morgana, which are two series that I think were a lot more successful in terms of the views I got compared to the other stuff that I've done, it's those were no, actually, Saya no Uta had voice acting in it, didn't it? I know The House in Fata Morgana had no voice acting in it, so I had to voice all the characters. And so that was definitely something that you could just listen to and not have to watch the video the whole time. Well, I try saying you watch too much X. Wait, what? Karen Shōjo Part 1. Will you follow up with Island by any chance? No, not tonight, Valari Kantari. Island will be for another day. Mainly because I wasn't planning to start late tonight, but I just felt like it. Evangel Donut says Island is child's play compared to this game. I am not surprised by that. I am not surprised by that. This autumn already has a more mature vibe to it. Actually, the very opening gave me slight Sayana Uta vibes. Valari Katari saying tomorrow, I don't know. No guarantee, Valari Katari. I'll see how I feel. Oh wait, I got a friend invite on. What's this? I don't know. Should I accept? I don't. Should I accept friend invites on? Well, let's see what happens. Don't know what this means. I. Hmm. Hmm. Right, let's go. The auditorium, silent as the grave, the air fraught with tension. The girls praying fervently with all their being. The trepidation looming over the auditorium was by no means solely the work of the silence. Before the girls was a giant cross. They stood in the auditorium of Oba Girls' Academy, which also served as a chapel. Even the cold January air was hardly a spectre in their minds, for an even colder atmosphere dominated the room. Yukari Tokisaka gingerly opened her eyes and scanned her surroundings. Everyone was praying to the cross with their eyes shut tight. Yukari soon locked eyes with the student next to her. Why is she Dutch angling us? What is it? What is this really, really bad, terrible pose? And I mean terrible as in bad for your back. Where Yukari? Look at this hairstyle. Nice. The bow cut short here. This girl was Suzuriko Yosumiya, one of the few friends Yukari had made in this school. Man, yeah. Do you know what churches? So, um, I've not been in churches that much, but I remember an examination. One of the places we had exams for one of the things I did years ago was in what used to be a church, but was converted to like a kind of hall for various things, various events, and it was cold. But if you imagine, I mean, makes sense, right? They're very large buildings with lots of like tall buildings where the heat's going to like pool at the top with large windows. I tend to have large windows. Not the best for keeping warm. Um, do you know? I've just saw what you posted on Discord, not Valari, Eva and I cannot buy. Do you know? I just bought. What did I just buy? I bought something today. I bought another visual novel. Um, was it this one? It wasn't this one, was it? Um, I've forgotten what I bought, and it's like I bought it like less than an hour ago. My memory's terrible. Um, oh yes, I bought the House of Fata Morgana Requiem of a Dream or Requiem or something. I'm gonna play that, but that'll be offline. Anyway, Evangelion, like the Bob hairstyle. Like try saying it does not look good. Original Higurashi looks better. Evangelion, don't say Higurashi's for kid. Oh come on, man. That's harsh. Higurashi, come on. It's not for kids. It's pretty good. Like I say, I think in X churches are places where the shit hits the fan. And X, you mean X, the visual novel?
そこを静かになさい。
Be silent, child! The vice principal remonstrated at Suzuriko in a low murmur. Do you know it sucks that um I feel like I have more in common with this professor than the main characters now because I'm an old buddy duddy. Um, Suzuriko obediently lowered her head, only to turn to Yukari and playfully stick out her tongue. Yeah, actually, before I even looked up to see the sprite, I could imagine her. I thought she's gonna have like blink one eye and stick the tongue out. Typical Japanese anime trope.
戦争より10年が経過し、また新しい年を迎えました。私たちは過去の反省を踏まえ、これから我が国の将来を背負ってゆかねばなりません。
Well, this is a bit nationalistic, yeah, it must have been a big war. So we greet another new year a decade after the war has ended. There was a big war. We must learn from the past as we venture forth. Unfortunately, humanity never fully learns from the past, or it learns for a while and it forgets. and then repeats, in a sense, some of the not all the mistakes, but some of the mistakes of the past, in new and different ways, shouldering the future of this nation all the while. The Student Council President's clear voice reverberated through the auditorium. That was the Student Council President? She's like their age. Sounded like a mature woman. Mass had ended, and the opening ceremony for the new semester had begun. Do you know what? I do not. I envy people that would have, girls or whatever, or guys even, right, who would have who went to like very strict kind of like Christian or Catholic schools like this. I just feel like I do like churches and other things that comes around like the Christianity and the kind of thing, but the actual being in it and under the strict rules, yeah, they seem pretty strict. I don't envy them. Did I read that last bit? Mass had ended and the opening ceremony for the new semester had begun. Orihime Tsukishima, the student council president, sonorously recited her speech in an euphonious voice. What are these words? These are big words, man. I can't read big words. Many of her peers looked up to her, and Suzuriko was no exception. Yukari glanced at Suzuriko out of the corner of her eye to find that her friend was hanging on to Orihime's every word. Are they going to have it that this girl who's the president is actually like has some like really massive personality flaws or something that she hides from everyone? I feel like that's a trope in these type of situations. The older girl must have held a certain appeal, though Yukari didn't quite understand it herself. Are we going to have like um wait, I'm missing out in the chat. Let me catch up with the chat. Manjado saying Ash Higurashi is for kids, it's baby's first VN. There are much better VNs with similar premises that came out in the 80s and 80s. I mean, I'm sure there's like far more in-depth visual novels that came out, but I wouldn't call Higurashi baby's first VN, right? I don't know. I wouldn't be so that harsh on it. Maybe I've got a soft spot for Ryukushi 07 or Ryukushi. Seventh expansion is the company, isn't it? Mainly because of Umineko. I don't know. Evangelist says World War II. Ash, this is set after World War II. This is gonna be a very. I feel like just after World War II, even though people were elated that the war was over, I feel like it was the best of times. I might be wrong. Vanya Donut saying, honestly, post World War II, 1950 Japan is something that's not often explored in media. Very true. Maybe because Japan don't want to talk too much about that point in time. Especially since they were part of the what is it, the it's not the axis of evil. It's the is it the Axis powers? With Germany in World War II. They were not the good guys. And also Japan did some really fucking messed up stuff during World War II. They were not, even before World War II, their imperial ambitions caused them to do some pretty sketchy stuff that gets overlooked now for cute anime guys. Yeah, Valarikatai Axis powers, that was what I was thinking. Anyway, let us continue. The older girl must have held a certain appeal, though Yukari didn't quite understand it herself.
神の御心のままに我々も精進せねばなりません。皆様、清廉たる意志を持って過ごしてまいりましょう。
I don't know why there's something about this that sends a chill down my back. Like, I'm all for this, like, spiritual, like, spiritualness, purity, like, fortitude and stuff. I just feel like there's dogma, there's actual like being devoted and your heart being in what you're doing, what you're practicing, and then there's dogma where you are like words repeated again and again, do this, and it loses meaning when you just try and tell people. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be an interesting setting, and I mean, the start of this visual novel has set the tone. I don't think this is going to be a happy-go-lucky school-based anime with cute, fun things happening all over the place. The auditorium roared with applause, and Yukari followed suit for formality's sake. For formality's sake.
松組から順に教室へ戻りなさい。
Pain class. Class is called Pain. Interesting. The students filed out in accordance with the teacher's instructions. Maybe this is just reminding me of school as well. I didn't hate school, but I didn't love school either. Let's just say I didn't have my awesome anime styles. School days bullshit type shit. Ugh. Evangelion saying this was a consequence of American occupation of Japan. Prior to this, religion was looked down upon and outlawed for a time. In Japan, not all religion, right? I think it was just any external religions, especially Christianity. Did they not oust the Christians that were in Japan at one point? I feel like the only reason, one of the reasons I know about this, and it's really bad, is that shit, what was that anime? They've remade it more recently. This is going to annoy me. There's an anime I watched, and it actually talks a bit about Christians who are persecuted by the Japanese. And there was some, in the story, in the anime, some of them were massacred, and I think it was based on something in real life. Rurouni Kenshin. That's it. Rurouni Kenshin. I think it was that. I watched the old one, the old series, and I think there's a part of that covers it's like a story that covers that something happened in the past or something. Kuxul, welcome to the stream. Kuxul saying if this is a Christian church in Japan, I'm not expecting it to be a good outcome. Yeah. Evangelion is saying he's glad to see Kuxul. Kuxul saying I'm here to stay. I got that Sonic Unleashed fan port. It runs really well. I appreciate you coming onto my stream to tell me that you got something. Dude, you know what you should do, Kuxul? You should do a Friday stream where you just announce these things, like a 10-minute stream. Kuxul saying I'm wondering if it can be done for Lost Odyssey and DOA Extreme 2. What are you doing? You got the Sonic Unleashed fan port. Also, Res1 Coder, yo! It's nice to see you in Twitch chat. I appreciate your viewing. Yes? I don't know. Right, let me... I think I read this bit. Suzuriko wasted no time running her mouth as soon as they reached their classroom. Right, this Orihime person. Wait, Yukarin? Right, this Yukarin person, right? There's gonna be something bad about her. I can tell it. And Yukari's like, what? I don't care. Yukari didn't fawn over Orihime like Suzuriko did, but she had to admit the older girl had a charm to her that the rest of their peers didn't. Evangelion is saying, also Ash, to further comment on the religion thing, there was a moment in time where all religion was banned in Japan. Interesting. Now, I just Google searched this, right, and Google's Gemini is probably full of shit. But it's saying Japan never banned all religions, but it has banned some religions and persecuted adherents in the past. Catholicism was banned. Know about that. Buddhism co-opted by the Tokugawa authorities to control the population. What? State Shinto was used to support nationalistic ideology. Bro, this feels is this like neutral? The Constitution provides for freedom. That's not what I'm looking at. Ah, I'm in the past, man. Dude, why? What? Kuxo's saying because it distracted from the Emperor. But does the Emperor not follow Shinto religion? I know that they forbade Christianity because it was interfering, right? And there's always a power play when it comes to, especially in the past, when it comes to religions, and especially foreign religions coming and spreading. Like no one ever likes a change. I mean, historically, you know, Judaism, like the big Abrahamic religions, you can see most religions when they come about, there's always friction. There's always pushback. Change, right? People don't like change in general, especially when it's religion. It's very personal. But it's also especially when it affects the power balance. When people in power follow a certain religion and another religion comes in, they do lose the power because, again, just like everything in life, the people in power use everything that they can to in various degrees to control the people. I don't think I'm tinfoil hat person in saying that. It's definitely done that in the past, and to a degree it happens in the present. Something to that degree. Evangelion says, I want to say it was the shogunate, but I could be wrong. Probably. That sounds about right. Like try saying, what is this art style? This feel, I don't know actually. This is a very interesting art style. The backgrounds have more detail to them than your standard VN. And the characters have a... I feel like this is, what, early 2000s? Or maybe about 90s. Probably. Because it says the religion has a lot of local gods, small, e.g. the emperor take the place of the big god. Yeah, I think Shinto, right? I could be wrong, I'm not an expert in religions. Kind of like the pharaohs of old. Do you know that there was actually a pharaoh who I think believed in one god? I think it was called the sun god, but it was basically a form of monotheism. Belief in one god. But it was only one pharaoh, and I think it ended with his reign. I remember watching something ages ago about that. It was interesting. Because I was saying, at least that's my understanding, could be wrong. Like try saying this isn't any period's art style. I don't mind this art style. This reminds me a bit of the older VNs. I mean, when did this come out? Hello, Kako Snow. What? Let me show you this. Oh yeah, I saw you've messaged on Discord. I'm not looking for any art just now. I appreciate you showing me some of the stuff that you've done. But yeah, that looks cool, man. Let's carry on. Yukari didn't fawn over Orihime like Suzuriko did, but she had to admit the older girl had a charm to her that the rest of their peers didn't. Wait, why can't I click? Orihime was only a little older than Yukari, yet her charisma far exceeded any other students. Yukari had to tip her hat when she realised just how many fans Orihime had in this girl's only school. Is there going to be Yuri in this? I feel like there's going to be Yuri in this. That included Suzuriko, even though she seemed like the last person Yukari would expect to admire Orihime. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was a little bit surprised by that. Suzuriko seems like sounds like a rebel. Or feel like her character comes across as that she's a bit of a rebel. And it seems a bit weird that she would follow lockstep with everyone else, admiring the president. Kakao Snow saying no problem. Cool, man. That included Suzuriko, even though she seemed like the last person Yukari would expect to admire Orihime. Yukari shot her friend a pensive glance. Oh god, the angles! What other visual novel did I watch where this happened? Where you had... What's it? Doki Doki Literature Club with... what's her name? Thingy. Monica. Did she not have a weird... She had a weird pose. Suzuriko Yoshimiya was a bookworm, as well as an author talented enough to be published in popular literary magazines. What? That's... Dude, what age are you? And you have published books in or like published articles in magazines? Damn! Though she kept that hush from the school, seeing how their strict regulation forbade anyone from engaging in literary activities such as writing. What? You weren't allowed to write? Damn, man. Balaktai was the father of Tutankhamun. Evangelion saying it was late 2000s, game came out in 08. Yeah, do you know what? This feels like an art style of the time. Pixel saying this looks like manga art. Pixel said they all had weird poses, but I think you're thinking of the one we were doing together and stopped. Mate, what one was that? I feel like there was a few. It's not Yuno. And I don't think it was Chaos Child. I remember they had weird necks, but I don't remember them having the... Or was it? Was one character had a weird pose? Maybe. Was it Chaos Child? Oh, it was. What? What's more, Suzuriko wrote not only mainstream fare, but even lewd stories for uncouth magazines. She's writing fucking BL stories or some nonsense. You're writing smut. 50 Shades of Grey. Yukari had never read any of those. As Suzuriko had said, she didn't bother, and Yukari wasn't one to disregard her friend's wishes. Alright, Yukari was telling her, Suzuriko was like, don't bother. Fair enough. Yeah, it's dirt. You should wash your face. Also, are they all wearing suit jackets? Suzuriko is wearing a kind of... I would say it's a little bit masculine, this suit jacket, but I don't know if they all wear that. I'm looking at Yukari's little sprite here, and it feels like she's wearing just a shirt type thing. I don't know. It's a nice outfit though. Nice uniform. Yukari shook her head as she turned away from Suzuriko. Uh-oh. The professor's here. Yukari faced the front of the classroom, retreating with that convenient excuse. Is someone going to have a crush on is this going to be a young professor, I wonder? Valagtai saying, by the way, remember when you said, where's Valagtai when you need him? And Kratio was saying, I was watching Armpit. I was working or returning from work, like I said. Yeah, I kind of assumed that you were at work or just like, you know, busy with life. Tatsuhiko Kusaka, their homeroom teacher, entered the classroom. Oh, hello! Oh, this is not going to end well. They've got They've got a very attractive school teacher who looks quite young. Oh, this is not good, guys. I don't know. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Oh no, we're in a strict Catholic school, and they've got a hot male teacher. It's all girls' school. A recipe for disaster, guys. It's like, oh no, he's hot. I felt like the school had been drilling educational guidance into the students every waking moment these days. Educational guidance? What? That's a weird way of... What? Drilling education? Drilling how to study? What? But perhaps that was only inevitable. I mean, it's a school, right? What do you expect? After all, Oba Girls Academy had a reputation to uphold at being a bastion of learning here in Musashino since the era of westernization, educating many ladies from respectable families. Of course it was. Right, so they teach, like, this is not just a normal, your average Catholic school. It's your Catholic school for girls from rich families. Therefore, its regulations were strict. They ranged from wearing school uniforms off campus to restricting visits to shopping districts such as Kichijoji and Shinjuku without a chaperone. Well, so wait, we're in Tokyo. Even minor day-to-day actions, such as speaking to US military personnel, were forbidden. To be fair, I can kind of understand that. Like talking to any military personnel. Yukari didn't mind them. She wasn't the kind to disobey the rules, after all. She merely wasn't fond of how often the school wasted her time by making her review them. Who's that? Yukari's head shot up when she heard the teacher's shrill, high-strung voice. Wait. What happened to the professor, dude? What? Where's the professor? Why? Wait, I thought the professor was the teacher. Who's this student? Uh-oh, wait, isn't that the girl from the beginning? Oh, no. No, this is not a teacher. This is a student. The reprimanded student, one Toko Kuchiki, a member of the art club just like Yukari, replied in a dignified manner. Wait a minute. The professor was a hot dude. Why have you got this, like, annoying woman now? It seemed Toko had been staring out the window, only glancing at the podium out of the corner of her eye. Toko Kuchiki was an eccentric girl, to put it mildly. Uh-oh. This is reminding me of, was it Toei? And, Iwaihime. That said, even her fellow girls envied her slender frame, smooth skin, and silky sleek hair black as the night. Hair black as night, skin smooth as freshly laid stone. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. A frame as slender as something slender. How did... What did I miss? We had the professor talking to us, and then the professor turned into a nagging woman. Good morning, ladies. Right. Tatsuhiko Kusaka, their homeroom teacher, entered the classroom. What the fuck? Right, professor. Right, they're no class. The head of year will be taking some of your time to review how you should conduct yourselves. Is it the head of year talking now? Right, so this is wrong. It's not the professor, it's this head of year person. And is the head of year teacher I don't know, I was under the impression I might have been a student, but who knows? This person's annoying though.
睨んでなどいません。
Oh, she's got defiant eyes. Well, I could try saying slender frame she a car, maybe. Toko protested in an aloof tone. Though Yukari could only catch a glimpse of her face from that angle, Toko looked as cool as a cucumber, at least from where Yukari was sitting. It was almost like she had no idea she was being scolded. The other girls were all elegantly seated as if they were worlds away, so the sight was almost alien. Elegant. Is it elegant? What was it? It's in the Spy X Family when Anya goes to that private school. It's the headmaster, and he's always like elegant, right, or something. What is it? I think he always says this. Oh, it's elegant. I think it's elegant that he always says. It's funny as fuck. And every time she says elegant, master of elegance, yeah, because it's so elegant. Every time he says it, it reminds me of that. The other girls were all elegantly seated as if they were worlds away, so the sight was almost alien. Oh, this woman, they've given her the right voice. A really annoying voice. Evangelidon is saying beep beep, lol, also back. Evangelidon is saying Chaos to Kuxel. Chaos Head is a base game. I remember the anime coming out. My brother watched the anime for Chaos Head. I heard it was kind of crazy. Why did we do Chaos Child? Don't know why I chose Chaos Child over Chaos Head. I think because I knew Chaos Head was mental. So I was like, I'm going to avoid that, guys. The teacher thrust her pointer at Toko's chest before returning to the podium. Yukari's eyes danced around the classroom. In the next seat over was Suzuriko, resting her chin in her hands like she was about to die of boredom, while Toko was hanging her head as she stood, her upright posture quickly faltering. Kuchiki? That's an interesting name. I've not heard it before, Kuchiki. Toko struggled to raise her head. Her face was white as a sheet. And a moment after they locked eyes... Did she just faint? Uh-oh. Alright, so they all wear the blazer. Fair enough. God, that must be... That's a weird combination. Anyway, the nearest student, Toko's best friend, Toko Mizuhara. Toko has a friend called Toko. Is Toko the surname? Wait, Mizuhara sounds like a surname. I think they anglify the names when they say it here, right? When they do the translation. Because usually you seem like Mizuhara-san. Darted over to the claps, girl. Oh my god, they could have given this teacher a worse, more annoying voice. Sonna! Mizuhara Toko. So is that her Japanese? Is that Japanese style? Second and first? Is her first name Mizuhara and her second name's Toko? Toko raised her voice upon hearing the teacher's curt dismissal. No, she's... Well, I mean, if she's saying Toko as a friend, Toko might be the first name, right? Daijoubu. I'm okay, guys. Yeah, first name is Mizuhara, I believe. Oh, interesting. Is she suffering from hot girl illness? Hot anime girl illness. Oh no. I have a debilitating disease that doesn't affect me 99% of the time. Only 1% of the time. Yukari rose to her feet, unable to just sit back and watch another second. And you are what type of question? Should you know, Professor Lady?
保健委員です。
Yeah, eat it. I didn't even know there was a health committee, but apparently Yukari's a member of it, or she's lying. Yukari walked over to Toko after answering the teacher's skeptical question.
朽木さん。
Kuchiki, Kuchiki.
ええ
Arigato. Toko staggered to her feet as Toko. There must be two different ways of pronouncing this. I don't know what the line over the O represents. Propped her up on the side opposite from Yukari.
私も
Nobody wants you to help. You're a NPC character in this.
いけません。水原さんは席に戻りなさい。
Right, no, Mizuhara-san. So Mizuhara is the surname. Evangelion is saying line over the O represent U. Toko and Toko. Fuck. How do you say Toko? Well, I'd say Toko. Toko and Toko, right? So Toko rather than Toko. So Toko and Toko, right? Evangelist said, also, sorry, I was wrong. Her name is Toko. I'm saying Toko. Maybe it's Toko, right? Toko Mizuhara. I looked it up. Yeah. Just because she said Mizuhara-san. Just now I've kind of fixed it. So this is Toko. And then the other one's Toko. Well, I'll just listen to when they say her name. Because she says Toko-san or something.
保健室へ行きます。
Yeah, shut it. Best friend to Toko Mizuhara. I'm her taking her. Yukari lent Toko a shoulder and left the classroom. Toko's eyes boring into the pair all the way. Jealousy.
大丈夫ですか？
Daijoubu? Yukari and Toko slowly proceeded down the hallway.
うんただの貧血だろうから
Oh shit, yeah, it's always anemia. I mean, it was the same as Tsukihime, right? They blamed the, what's his name? Thingy's disease on, Shiki's disease on anemia. It's just anemia. He's got anime disease. Toko panted, leaning against Yukari.
だからもう戻っても大丈夫
Girl, you just fainted. I don't think you can make it on your own.
そんな。
I don't know why I feel I can smell the wood from the hallway all the way here. It's like that kind of old school smell of like wooden desks and chairs, and that'd be the hallways all wooden as well. Toko didn't look the least bit okay. She couldn't even stand on her own 2 feet.
もうすぐ保健室ですから。
So Yukari ignored Toko and brought her to the infirmary. Once there, Yukari lowered Toko onto the bed. Are we gonna see the nurse? Toko took a deep breath and closed her eyes.
今保健の先生が来ると思うから。
Why is the nurse never in the office when you come? Yukari comforted Toko as she straightened out the sheets.
ええ
Yukari felt Toko's forehead. Didn't seem like she had a fever.
朽木さん、具合はどう？
The nurse is here, guys. The door opened and a second later, the school nurse, Nene Akazaki, strolled in.
だいぶ良くなりました
Toko mumbled from under the covers.
では、私はこれで。
Yukari bowed and was about to leave when Akazaki stopped her.
時坂さん、もうすぐ放課後になるから、ここにいても構わないわよ。
Is she doing us a favor because class sucks?
ですけど
Also, I've found my favorite character in the game so far.
朽木さんのそばにいてあげてちょうだい。
Why? Yukari glanced at Toko. The latter was looking back at her with shaky eyes that seemed to scream she could use a friend.
わかりました。
What, are they all afraid of the nurse? Isn't the nurse there to, like, reassure them as well? What the hell? Yukari nodded and plopped down onto a stool. Ugh, sitting on a stool sucks.
ごめんなさい。
Oh well, get out of school, out of class, so you're doing me a favour.
ううん。いいのよ。
Yukari smiled at Toko. Everyone felt anxious when sick, no exceptions. Yukari understood that well, since she wasn't exactly the picture of health herself. She knew she was grateful and relieved to have her brother by her side whenever she was bedridden with a fever. Oh. Oh shit, marriage bells.
終わったみたいね。
Oh man, they ring the massive bells when class is over. Of course they do. What the fuck? Anyway, Akazaki muttered, facing the desk. Yukari gave Toko a once over. Toko was breathing peacefully with her eyes shut. Figuring Toko was in the clear now, Yukari quietly rose to her feet. Right, wait, so her name's Toko, not Toko. Toko. So how the hell would you pronounce your name? Well, let's see if she says it. Suddenly, Toko burst into the infirmary.
水原さん。
No, call her first now. I need to see how it's pronounced. Toko dashed over to Toko's bed, panting like mad. She must have come running as soon as the bell rang.
大丈夫？どこ？え？
Daijoubu? Toko feebly opened her
朝
eyes.
食を抜いたのがいけなかったのかな。
Girl, skipping breakfast don't make you faint. And if it does, it means you're not eating enough in general. What the hell? Unfortunately, Toko didn't look the least bit amused by Toko's joke.
本当に心配したんだから。
Man, why are you getting so worried she fainted? And if she does this a lot, I don't know. Garlic Bread X is saying it's like Shiki and Shiki. They're the same name but written differently in Japanese. Oh. That's thanks for that. I can just say Toko and Toko. Why would you name two characters with like the same name? Ah, dude. But I suppose because we use their surnames, right? So it's fine. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's going to be an importance to that, like there was in Iwaihime. Sorry, Tsukihime. Evangelion is saying it's the 1950s, Ash. The digital chimes weren't invented yet. You do have a point, but I do feel it's a bit stereotypical to use the giant bells. I remember years ago at one school I was at, what they used to do, because the school buildings were there was a couple of like, the school wasn't just one building. It was one main building and a couple of other smaller kind of classroom buildings. And so what you literally had to do, and this was crazy, you ran, like one of the school students would be tasked with running around the school, ringing a bell in their hand. I felt like we were like transported back to the fucking, I don't know, the early 1900s. It was mental. Man, I remember that. It's fucking crazy. But that was a small bell. You weren't like ringing the big church bells. Evangelion saying, I'm pretty sure this is based on real life using an actual large bell. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Still, it's just reminds me of weddings.
ちゃんと食べなきゃダメよ。
Yeah, you should eat because you know you need food to live. Also, is the nurse wearing a choker? I feel like she would get picked on. Like her outfit is a bit scandalous for a strict Catholic school in the 1950s. Actually, yeah, her outfit is absolutely scandalous in a strict Catholic school in the 1950s. In Japan especially, Akazaki chided Toko with a small smile on her face.
そうですね。
So, this one. It appeared Toko really had been sick with worry about Toko. Yukari wondered if it had something to do with how their names were pronounced the same. Oh, thank you, Yukari, for confirming. Even though Garlic X already told me. Though Toko was also a member of the art club, she rarely spoke to Yukari in class or during club hours. Yeah. Perhaps it was because both of them were quiet and inconspicuous creatures. Do you know what? I think it's because they're dodgy and they're up to something. I'm a cynical person. In contrast, Toko stuck out like a sore thumb. She was more or less the same as Yukari when it came to their quiet demeanours. Yet Toko Kuchiki's very existence resembled a beautiful flower in comparison. This is so cliche. This is kind of cliche. Evangeline saying, also this is a Catholic school, so church bell is given. True. Though I would say not all Catholic schools had, like even in the 1950s, had the luxury of a giant bell. Like not even all churches had the luxury of having a giant bell. Evangeline saying, I like how Toko appears in the bed on the scene. Yeah, that's a nice touch. Like usually they wouldn't even bother to do that, rather than it being a generic background. Yeah. She's like a sterling lily in full bloom, Suzuriko had once said of her. A sterling lily in full bloom? It's kind of cringe. Like, I get what this... It's supposed to be a... Yeah, you're describing her as like this ephemeral, beautiful flower that will only last for a short amount of time, and but it's still like kind of weird for kids. For kids the same age of her to describe her as that. Like, it would be cringe for anyone to describe someone as that. I don't know, man. And honestly, Yukari understood that sentiment. Toko exuded the air of a 1 in a million flower no one would ever dare pluck from its roots. Girls, yous are putting this person on too high a pedestal. Toko was the only one who dared stick with her. Not that Yukari was one to talk when she had Suzuriko constantly by her side. Just then, Toko glared sternly at Yukari. Yeah, get out of my turf, girl. She's mine. Literally what I said. She has me now, so you can go already. Damn. Damn, man. Politics and fucking fighting. This is mental. Advertising church spells are expensive. True. And this is just after World War II. I don't know if... I mean, assuming their church spell was there before the war and it survived it without being damaged, then it was fine. But to get new stuff was quite tough. Evangelido is saying, well, this is Reconstruction era Japan. I'm pretty sure they wasted no expenses in trying to make Christianity appealing to the Japanese. Yeah, because the Americans were over, right? They were talking about the American military. And they would have had, after World War II, permanent bases in Japan. Evangelidos in an effort to convert them. So, I have a question here. Are these girls all Christian? Or are they either Shinto or Buddhist or whatever the I think Shinto, right? But they come to the school because it's a school of like a really good school, and so they follow the rules of school, but they're not Christian, or it's just the rules of the school they're following. Evangelist also, as far as I know, feeling like shit because of flu. Going to make some lumpia in the hopes I feel better. Lumpia? What's that? Another thing to note, Evangelist Donut says, is that the school is for the wealthy, as mentioned earlier. True, these people are all from rich families, right? Toko occupied the stool Yukari had vacated and took Toko's hand in her own. Yeah, these are all like privileged little school kids. Yukari left the infirmary to find Suzuriko waiting for her. What's the deal? What do you give me? Is it food? Suzuriko handed Yukari her bag, obviously, grinning without a care in the world. I'm beginning to remember now from Chaos Child. I think it was one of the girls with pink hair. Was it pink or purple hair? It was one of the close friends of the protagonist. And then she would sometimes do this weird pose. Normally she would be standing straight, and then sometimes she'd do this weird pose, and it was really weird. Yukari touched her own cheeks to check, only to belatedly realize there was no way she could tell what her face was betraying by doing so.
気のせいだったかな。
Wait, what did she say? Something up, you look pretty down in the dumps. It's called resting bitch face. Suzuriko scratched her cheeks with an embarrassed smile on her face. She was probably being considerate of Yukari, a trait the latter greatly appreciated.
ありがとう、つづり子。
Look at that, what a good friend. Thus Yukari thanked her in a voice so quiet that the slightest whisper of wind would have drowned it out. Yukari went to the art room after saying her goodbyes to Suzuriko. Why have they got I take it this week's class is drawing and painting I don't know what the fuck, goat skulls?
時坂先輩、おはようございます。
Oh, a new character has entered the game. A girl already there stood up and greeted Yukari. She was Yui Nishizono, Yukari's underclassman and fellow art club member.
おはよう西園さん。
Nishizono. Yukari returned the salutations and placed her art supplies on the desk.
時坂先輩も始業式から部活に出るんですね。
Okay.
家にいる間全然描けなかったから。
Why? Yukari pulled out her pencil and checked its sharpness, wondering if it'd be best to shave it down a little with a pocket knife first. Yeah, proper artists have those type of pencils that they like sharpen with a knife. That's mental. And they also hold the pencil really weird as well. They don't hold it like a pencil when you're writing. They hold it like a paintbrush almost. Mental. I don't understand art, man.
忙しかったんですか？
そうね。物臭な兄が年末年始に何もしてくれなかったから。
She got a brother complex.
大変ですね。
Yui gave her a little shrug in response before displaying her own art supplies on the desk.
両親が亡くなってから随分経つから、もう慣れてしまったけれどね。
Wait, her parents passed away? Oh. Is she living with her grandparents or something then? And who's funding the school? Is her going to school?
そうだったんですか。
Wait, that's not what she said. She just said... She didn't say, but that doesn't mean that you have to like it. That just said, oh, is that so? Yeah, what the fuck?
そうだったんですか。
I feel like that doesn't say that. Wait, what's the problem? Wait. It doesn't mean you have to like it. Why? Wouldn't she be living with her brother anyway? Or is he a lot older and she's like moved in with him?
気にしなくてもいいのよ。
私も似たような。
What? No, I want to hear. What is she going to say? Damn it. Yui's words were interrupted by the clattering of the art room's door.
ゆいいる？あ、時坂先輩。
New person, go away. I was having an interesting conversation here. The girl peeked her head through the door and bowed to Yukari. Her name was Ayumu Sato. A freshman in the Kendo club, she stopped by the art club frequently since she and Yui were friends. As such, it was only natural that she'd gotten acquainted with Yukari and the rest of the club.
佐藤さん、剣道部は？
This is the sporty girl.
今日は休みなんですよ。
Go away, I want to hear what Yui was going to say. Damn it! Ayumu placed her bag down.
冬休み中ずっと部活がありましたから、始業式くらいは休みにしようって。
Training you hard. I just like doing competitions and shit.
ずっとお正月も？
さすがに元日はお休みでしたけれど、
Wow, that's
2
harsh.
日からはずっとです。
So there's like practicing every day. So not on New Year's, but like every day after. Bloody hell. Ayumi said that as if it were only a matter of fact.
剣道部って大変なのね。
Yeah.
部活動だけだったらいいのだけれど、ずっと先輩に引っ張り回されていたから。
Dragging you what? To do what?
ああ、
歩は人気があるもの仕方ないと思うわよ。
I know. Oh no, I'm so popular. You're gonna get no sympathy from me, mate. Like I saying, does it have the loopers and raincoat syndrome that you guys say is superior to Island? I don't know, man. Like, this is just the opening of the game, and to be fair, Island was a slow start as well. So, and Umineko, which I absolutely love, was a slow start, and I'm pretty sure Higurashi is the same as well. Vajado was saying, considering this is a psychological horror murder mystery detective game, that is a lot of words. Yes.
お手洗いにまでついてこなくてもいいと思うんだけど。
What? What the fuck is wrong with people? Don't follow other people into the bathroom, right? Like, I know. Damn. I'm just looking at the Shiru. I better close this. It's showing me CGs that I probably shouldn't see. It's ruining something. Yeah. Public notice: do not follow people into the bathroom when they don't want you to. I know girls sometimes go to the bathroom together, but that is when both people agree to go together. That's so gross, man. Man, I'd be so pissed. I feel like guys don't do that. And I appreciate it. Apparently some people are just into that, though Yukari couldn't quite wrap her head around why. Guys, let's go to the toilet together. It's not dodge.
美術部は休み中に集まることはなかったわね。自主活動だけで。
So you're half-arsing it? Okay. Not that Yukari had actually done any herself, that said. Uh-huh.
私は少しだけだったらみかんとか鏡餅とかのスケッチだけですけれど。あ、そうだ歩む。今度モデルをやってくれないかな。
I need to hear the line, draw me like one of your friends. Will you draw me like one of your French girls? Well, like try say I'm going to rewatch some parts of Island. Huh? Okay.
モデル？
Oh, dude, this is definitely going to have some Yuri in it. A girls' Catholic school?
ええ、もちろんヌードでね。先輩たちには評判になると思うんだ。
Oh my god, right off the bat.
別にいいけど、高いよ。
Dude. Right, I'm beginning to understand why I need to get the giant sensor out.
いくらなら脱ぐ？
Shit, there better not be a lot of this dodge stuff. Like, not the chat, but like, dodge CGs in this.
2万円くらいかな。ほら、去年トランジスタラジオが発売されたじゃない。
Oh, I need to check. What is 20,000 yen? 1950. 20 yen in today's money. Whatever. Right. God, I love how there's a calculator for everything. What? 20,000 yen is equivalent to 133,000. Bloody hell. Right, and what is that in like dollars or whatever the fuck? 1 second, guys. What the fuck? Oh no! Did I not copy that? How much is it in the Great British? It's about £700. That's quite a lot of money. That's like a PS5 Pro. Damn, man. Is that I would get you a transistor radio back in the day? We live in they lived in tough times.
ラジオか。私だったらテレビの方が欲しいかな。
Well, rich people can ask for rich things, right?
テレビよりも先月出た電気炊飯器が欲しいわ。兄さんに頼もうかしら。
Wait, they had electric rice cookers in the 1950s?
先輩って家庭的ですよね。
Are you making fun of me? Are you want a fight?
家にいるとそうなってしまうのよ。
I feel like that was she was taking a mick out of me.
かもしれませんね。
Evangel Dawn is saying 20,000 yen 1956. No, I did the conversion. So 20,000 yen in 1955 is equivalent to 133,656.6 yen. And 133,656.6 yen currently is about just under £700. I took into account inflation, guys. Black Tar is saying, do you think the scars on Rena are inflicted by Rena herself? Potentially. This is about Island, the game. Yui nodded.
家にいる時でも時間を見つけてカタツムリを描いていればよかったわ。
I wish I'd found the time to draw a snail. Why? I mean, I get you wishing to have time to draw, but why a snail?
カタツムリですか。
Oh, I'm glad Yui's asking. Yui inched back ever so slightly, as you should.
ええ、突然変異で右巻きになった左巻きマイマイを飼っているの。
Do you know, for a second I thought that was a monster? I own a mutated false Hadra, whose shell is clockwise instead of counterclockwise. I take it that's a rare occurrence if it's a mutation.
右巻きで左巻き。
Oh, thank God these two are like normal. Ayumu blinked repeatedly.
時坂先輩は虫とかが好きだから。
Oh, red flag. She loves bugs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with loving bugs, but kind of creepy. Eva J. Donut is saying the first rice cooker was made in 1923. God damn! 1923? That was fucking more than 100 years ago? Holy shit. Japan was getting that convenience early. My soul hurts, man. I swear everybody on social media that follows my account is a graphics artist who wants to try and sell me something. It makes me so sad. Yui smoothed things over with an awkward smile.
春になればもっと描けるのに、家の近くに大きな池があるから、そこでゲンゴロウやタニシを集めるのよ。
Cybus japonicus, is that a type of flower?
ゲンゴロウってなんだかゴキブリみたいじゃありません？
No.
全然違うわよ。ゲンゴロウは
Beetles.
甲虫だし、ゴキブリに近いのはむしろカマキリやシロアリ。
Man, praying mantises, right? They look cool when you see images of them. But they are scary looking things, man. They got those chopper things. I do not want to get my finger stuck in one of them.
シロアリはアリじゃないんですか？
I am so glad I live in Scotland, where the weather is bloody mostly cold and shit. So we don't get the more elaborate types of bugs that you get around the world. Forever thankful for that.
軍隊で行動するところが似ているだけよ。アリの幼虫はウジ虫のような形だけれど、シロアリは成虫に近い外見で生まれてくるの。
I'm learning stuff. Termites are born fully grown. Or looking fully grown.
あまり聞きたくないです。
I know, to be fair, the more I know about the bugs, the more it creeps me out. Yui swiftly shielded her ears.
昆虫学の勉強にもなると思うのだけど、残念ね。
Manjadon is saying also the rice cooker they are talking about in games the ER4 made by Toshiba, which came out around 1955-56 as the first home-use electric rice cooker. Oh, I've seen that you've posted an ad for it, or a picture of an ad of it from the 3,200 yen. That's not bad. The world's for 1956, the world's first automatic electric rice cooker priced at 3,200 yen and capable of cooking 900 grams of rice. Should I just get a rice cooker? It was said to me, I was recommended to get one by someone else. I don't want to add another bloody appliance to my kitchen. I could just like put rice in a bloody pot with water. But the rice cooker definitely with a non-stick but then non-stick can be kind of, depending on what they use for the non-stick, can be not good for you. But it does give you that perfect race every time. Evangelio says, I have a rice cooker recommended. It's another appliance, but it does make it easier, and I would have rice a lot more if I did. But I like the idea of, you know, a part of me likes the idea of doing things a bit old school, so just using a pot with water. And yes, half the time I would get some burnt rice at the bottom. And it doesn't come out perfect each time, but I've gotten close for it to be like decent for plain rice. Plus, if I'm just using a steel pot, I avoid the majority of potential issues that you get with things that have non-stick coatings on them. But it would be convenient.
そういう問題ではないと思います。
そう？
So?
とにかくどこかにスケッチに行ければいいのですけれどね。
Yui hastily changed the topic. Clearly, she did not share her schoolmates' fondness for insects.
まだ寒いから写生をするなら春になってからかしらね。
Yukari glanced out the window. Though no snow had piled up, the trees had shed their leaves and were shivering in the cold.
ですけど、さっき校庭で朽木先輩が絵を描いていましたよ。
Did they mention Kuchiki was in the art club, right?
朽木さんが？
Though Toko drawing on her own was nothing new, it was surprising that she'd already made a full recovery, considering she'd been resting in the infirmary not too long ago. Oh yeah.
水原さんはいなかった？
水原先輩ですか？すみません。
Maybe she just is invisible to you. Ayumu apologetically bowed her head.
そう。
That's weird. Yukari stood up and headed for the door, worried about whether Toko could handle the cold all by herself.
時坂さん、ちょうどよかった。
Oh, the hot professor.
草加先生。
Professor Kusaka. Yukari swiftly leaned back to avoid bumping into Kusaka as he entered the art room.
先ほどの生活指導の印刷物を渡すのを忘れていましたから、これを。
Yay, thank you for the educational guidance handout, teacher.
あ、わざわざありがとうございます、先生。
Why are you being so nice? He's giving you something lame. He took the handout and bowed.
朽木さんはまだ保健室ですか？
Kusaka curiously glanced around the art room.
佐藤さんの話では校庭にいるようですけれど、私が渡しましょうか？
そうですね。
Kusaka passed Yukari another handout.
それではよろしくお願いします、時坂さん。
Peace out, guys! Kusaka turned around and left the art room.
ちょっと朽木さんのところへ行ってくるわね。
Yui looked up with a dazed expression on her face.
はい、わかりました。
Wait, why was she dazed? Did she got the hots for the teacher?
それじゃあお留守番よろしくね、二人とも。
Yukari bade her farewell to Yui and Ayumu before heading for the schoolyard. A nippy breeze cut through the broad area. Yukari headed for the shade of the school building, wishing she'd remembered to wear her coat. Toko was sitting there face to face with an easel. He was so focused that Yukari simply stood in place, unable to bring herself to say a word to her classmate. Toko wasn't there. She must have excused herself so she wouldn't distract Toko. However, Toko's canvas remained as white as the virgin snow. Okay.
朽木さん。
ああ、時坂さんか。
Toko looked up.
プリントを渡しておいてと頼まれたから。
ありがとう。
もう大丈夫なの？
時坂さんには心配をかけてしまったようだね。
Toko glanced up at Yukari and shot her a small grin. It was a look that almost stopped the heart of even a fellow girl like Yukari. Perhaps it was because of her masculine way of talking. What? I mean, I don't know the nuances of Japanese, so I'm not picking up on that, but is that the vibe that she's supposed to be giving off? Like a masculine vibe? Even though her appearance was the epitome of a delicate young maiden, her speech pattern stood in stark contrast to that. Interesting. Maybe that was why Yukari was taken by that disparity. Interesting. Well, I could try saying, why was she having a beef with the teacher? So she was looking out the window, and the teacher's like, "Are you paying attention to what I'm telling you, Toko?" And she was just like, "I was just looking out the window. What's your problem?"
まだ何か用？
I think she just doesn't like that woman. Evangelion is saying Yuritopia.
何を書こうとしているのか少し気になって。
Evangelion, is this the visual novel you said is like a detective type one, or was that a different game? Wait, do I have game suggestions? Wait, that may be a different visual novel. I don't know. You'd recommended a while back. I know you recommended this one. I can't remember if this is the detective one. It was this. We haven't gotten to the main protagonist. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're not the main protagonist yet. Ooh, I'm liking this.
そうだね。私にもまだわからないよ。
You're basically just dossing about outside, aren't you? Stop wasting time. Get back into class. Toko stared at the blank canvas.
書きたいものがまだ見つかっていないのかもしれないね。
Is that supposed to symbolize you not knowing what you truly want in life?
焦る必要はないと思うけれど。
Are we talking about making life choices about your future? I feel like this is a metaphor for that or something. It wasn't like this was for homework after all. The art club was merely a gathering of students who enjoyed drawing, so it's a half-arsed club. To be fair, it's the type of club I would have liked to have joined if I could just like chill and just draw stuff, whatever I wanted. Vice Principal Saiki, the club's advisor, said all that mattered was that they had fun. This sounds like a pretty cool club advisor.
そうだね。ゆっくり考えるかな。
Yeah, just sleep on it. Toko stole her pencil and got up.
時坂さんはこれからどうするの？
Plans? I have no plans, for I have no life.
私は新宿にいる兄のところに行くつもりだけれど。
Are we gonna have Yukari? You think Yukari's got a brother complex? Yukari said exactly what was on her mind.
そうか。お兄さんは探偵だったっけ？
Oh, we found out who the protag's gonna be.
ええ、家ではあまり役に立たないけれど。
Oi, don't shit talk your brother to outsiders. Come on. Yukari answered Toko's question with a weary smile on her face.
まあいいや。私はもう行くよ。時坂さん、また明日。
Yeah, I was wondering when she was going to say Mata Ashta.
また明日。
Mata Ashta. Yukari took the Chuo line from Musashi Sakai to Shinjuku. I know where Shinjuku is. Kind of. Or I've heard of it. School regulations forbade them from visiting any shopping districts. What the fuck? You can't go to a shopping district. Why? God, the school sucks. Yet Yukari still visited the area because her brother's detective agency was located in a building not too far from the station. Convenient. Evangelion saying back when after school clubs weren't the hellhole they are now in Japan, where you're obligated to join one otherwise face shame. Is that a social thing or is that a school thing? Like, do you need to? Is it compulsory in schools? Or is it just like a social shame? She left through the east exit, bought a dumpling from Nakamuraya, and made her way down a narrow alley. Evangelion saying it's a social and school thing. Ah, that sucks balls. But to be fair, yeah, you shouldn't be socially shamed, but that is, I feel like I'm not surprised at this being Japan we're talking about. I do think it's a good thing to join clubs. I don't know how accurate anime is, but like I think you could create a club as well if you have enough people to join it, with the permission of like the school. I do regret not joining any clubs when I was in school. I don't think I was in part of any clubs. No. And I didn't do it in like higher education or anything either. I do kind of regret that, but bloody, I mean, there's so many things I regret my life choices that's brought me here, streaming dodge visual novels on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, the Chic Buildings postbox read Tokisaka Detective Agency. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. The place was run by Reiji Tokisaka, Yukari's brother, though naturally it only amounted to a single room in this building. Wait, we've got the characters, right? Let me see the config. Individual character voices. So our girl is called, yeah, Tokisaka. Yeah, she called. I thought she was called something else. Right, Tatsuhiko Kusa. No, it's not. It's not it. We've not came across the brother yet. There's a lot of characters in this. How do I save? Yeah, there's good enough amount of save space as well. She wearing a black shirt. Is that normal? Nii-san? She received no answer. Yukari pulled the brass key out of her bag and put it in the keyhole, figuring he was probably out working. Whoa! Okay, this is why she was shit-talking him. What the fuck is this? It's a tip. Come on, man. This is your office. That's a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. Evangelio Donut saying I was in an anime club in high school back in 2008. Also, I did a lot of after-school volunteering. Do you know what? That's cool, man. Did you enjoy it? Was the anime club good, or was it just lame? And did you enjoy the kind of after-school stuff you did, the volunteering work? That sounds really good. I didn't do anything because I am a wastrel. I should have, but I suppose I'm a different person now. But even saying that, I don't think do many extracurricular things. I don't do any volunteering stuff. Even now, maybe I should. No, I think I should. I think most people should, right? Volunteer and do something that you're passionate about, help other people or something. But that involves helping other people, and I'm an arsehole. Evangelio Donut saying also welcome to the main protag. Not quite Kojiro levels, but close enough. Kojiro could keep a cleaner place. It was a mess, but not this bad. Like try saying asking Dick Gumshoe. Oh my god, I hope he's not as incompetent. Yukari heaved a deep sigh the moment she saw the room. What is this? Is that a scarf or is that his like some clothing? Barbie. Even the bookshelf, man. Jeez. Are these like his trousers and jacket? This guy is a slob and he just left the food lying there. It probably stinks in there as well of like day old coffee, or I don't know if he smokes. The floor is practically buried under scraps of paper. Furthermore, a murky ochre liquid had been coagulating in a drinking glass on the table for who knew how long. Yeah, it's either coffee or whiskey or some alcohol. And the haphazardly abandoned pieces of toast on the plate were probably mouldy by this point. Yukari had last been here just before the new year, yet her brother had done an impressive job in reducing her painstaking efforts all to ruin in 2 short weeks. That is impressive. You should, like, tell him off and make him bloody clean the place. Don't clean it for him. You know, I don't think Anime Club was meh. I did learn a bit of Go and went to a Japanese festival. Oh, cool. Also, volunteering stuff was mostly at 2 community centers for at-risk youth and a computer recycling company. I mean, that's all good stuff, man. Like, I am terrible when it comes to doing anything to contribute back to the community. Oh god, I've done fuck all. Absolutely terrible. Anyway. Yukari grumbled despite knowing the target of her complaints wasn't anywhere in earshot. She then placed her bag on the sofa and decided to start cleaning the room. Her first order of business was gathering up all the papers on the floor. That's a good place to start. I would gather the papers, put the stuff for the bin in the bin, and organize the stuff that I think needs to be kept. So the papers are done. I would then pick up the clothes, right, and put them where they're supposed to go. Then I'll target this table and bin all the moldy food and shit and wash the dishes. And then I would clear the desk as well, just put everything neat. And then I'd look at the bookshelf and make sure everything is like neat and tidy. And then I'd give it a dusting and hoover the ground, or brush the ground, I suppose. I don't know if they had hoovers. However, she couldn't afford to carelessly throw any of them away. Makes sense. Some may have been important work documents after all. So instead she crouched down, straightened out the papers and neatly folded them. Bloody hell. You're being too considerate, you should just bin them, it's his fault. Ominous scribblings of words like murder and kidnapping littered the documents here and there. As usual, her brother was throwing himself headfirst into the most dangerous of cases and little else. She wished he'd play it safe and stick to jobs like finding lost dogs instead. Does it pay good money though? Especially considering the man in question had said he was more of a scholar than a fighter. Do you know, I'm going to say, right, this is a pretty big room. I know he's only got one room, but it's a pretty big room. A pretty big room for an office. He's doing quite well for himself, especially if he's near a shopping district. While he had indeed spent time in the military and the police, so he's got military training, and he was with the police, that's good. Our brother was still the sensitive type at the end of the day. Yukari stacked the papers onto the desk and moved to clean the table next. She took the plate of mouldy toast and dumped it into the garbage. Yep, afterwards she took the drinking glass, poured its contents down the drain and carefully washed it. I feel like she's doing it in the order I said I would do it. No, she hasn't done the clothes. I would have done them before the dishes. Several fractured milky white shells were strewn across the sink. Perhaps that liquid in the glass had in fact been eggs? Ew. Meaning he was likely drinking them raw, a thought that made Yukari drench. Is he a gym bro? Thus she picked them up and threw them into the trash, gripping them so tight that they cracked with a resounding snap. Whoa, yeah, that would have pissed her off. Oh, fucking beautiful. Oh, nice and clean. Doesn't it make you feel better? Will I try saying mouldy toast? Yes. The antithesis of garlic bread X, mouldy toast Y. Evangeline not saying prairie oyster, Ash. What's a prairie oyster? Prairie oysters convert a drink or a dish made from bolt. What the fuck? A traditional beverage made with raw egg, Worcestershire sauce, vinegar, hot sauce, salt, and pepper. This sounds absolutely disgusting. It's an old hangover recipe. Garlic bread is saying mouldy toast wise by harsh nemesis. Oh my god. Anyway, Yukari took another look around the room and found a pile of dirty clothes haphazardly heaped in a corner. She couldn't very well do laundry here though, so bringing them home was her only choice. Dude can't even bring his dirty laundry home. Is he just getting changed in here living here? Unfortunately, I feel that they are going to stink. Gary grumbled as she folded up her brother's shirts and underwear. Underwear? He's left his underwear lying around the place? Have shit. This is his office. He has clients here. She turned around when she heard the familiar clack of the agency door. Reiji Tokisaka. POV change. Oh, it tells me. We are now Reiji Tokisaka. I had had my suspicions when I found my office unlocked, but seeing my sister staring at my underwear was still the last thing I'd expect to find. Mate, that is your own fault.
何をしているんだ、ゆかり。
Oh, what a voice! What a voice! I'm liking the voice they've given our main character.
洗って汚れが落ちるかどうか考えていたのよ。
Oh, gross! And I was just trying to figure out if I could get the skid marks out. Yukari folded my underwear without a second thought, going through the same song and dance we'd done 1,000 times before.
少しは自分でお掃除したらどうですか、兄さん。
Yeah.
忙しいんだよ。
I'm too cool and busy with work to do basic cleaning. This guy, man. I gave the first excuse that came to mind before hanging my jacket off a chair and sitting down. Aw, mate. A look around the agency revealed that it was a hell of a lot cleaner. No, it just gone back to the way it was a few weeks ago. I was one big ass slob, no questioning that. At least he's aware of it. Picturing how the place would look without Yukari's periodic cleaning sessions gave me the chills. Then clean after
い
yourself.
つもすまないな。
Dude, he did not say all that.
いいのよ。兄さんはお仕事で忙しいのでしょうから。
What a really nice younger sister. Evangel don't think we should play a game, take a shot whenever he does do something that Kojiro would do. Mitch. You try to get yourself drunk. Yukari finished. I've got a feeling he probably does a lot like Kojiro. Yukari finished folding and took out a paper bag.
はい、中華まん。少し冷めてしまったけれど。
And dumplings as well? Mate, why can't I have a younger sister like this? Or a younger sister? Like, no, yeah, have a younger sister like this who gets me dumplings.
構わないさ。いただくよ。
I was starting to get hungry, and Nakamura's dumplings were tasty even when cold, so she'd get no complaints from me.
兄さん、お仕事は順調？
一両日中には肩がつきそうだ。
Look at this dude. What a chad. Imanji don't saying he doesn't have the generic hentai protagonist eyes, at least. I know, though one of his eyes is hidden. Maybe he's half hentai protagonist. I munched on my dumpling. There was this case involving the murder of a millionaire over his inheritance I had been working ever since the end of last year. I determined the culprit, so all that was left was to notify the police to get that son of a bitch behind bars. Son of a bitch!
危険ではないの？
There was a nervous edge to Yukari's
ただの
voice.
調査に危険なことなんてないさ。
I feel like that's a lie. I gave a disarming smile. No job was ever safe for certain. You never knew around which corners danger was lurking. I knew a guy who'd been reduced to Swiss cheese over a simple infidelity investigation. Even searching for a lost cat had its fair share of risks.
だったらいいのだけれど。
Guy didn't sound any less tense. It seemed she didn't have much faith in me. Though it was my fault for losing her trust to begin with.
帰るか、ゆかり。
お仕事はもういいの？
年が明けてから帰ってないからな。仕事の方は問題ない。
でしたら、これは兄さんが持ってくださいね。
Yugari handed me my clothes, now wrapped in a cloth.
いくら冬とはいえ、これだけ放置していたら匂ってきそうだもの。
Yep, this one was on me too. I don't saying he's pretty sure he fought in World War II as well. Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Pretty sure that would have given most of the soldiers in World War II from Japan PTSD. If you took the JNR line from Shinjuku to Nishiogi Kubo and headed due north along the Zenpukuji River, you'd find the Tokisaka residence. That is very specific. Yukari and I had lived there all by ourselves ever since we lost our parents in a plane crash a few years prior. A plane crash? Damn. It's not the biggest of houses. But it's a decent size, right? It's got a garden and it's like hedges and shit. It's actually kind of fancy. Though honestly, I didn't really spend much time at home to begin with. Yukari opened the door and headed inside.
お洗濯物は脱衣所に置いてくださいね。
It feels I mean, it doesn't feel huge. It's not super tiny, but it's kind of not. It feels kind of cramped in here for some reason. Maybe they shouldn't have had so much furniture.
その前に着替えてくる。
Evangelion saying, considering he's around our age. This guy's around our age. Look how hot he looks. I don't look this hot. Why? Why? Evangelion saying makes sense why he's messy PTSD as hell. Well, I feel like, yeah, I mean, if he has PTSD, but he doesn't seem to be. He seems to be quite well put together, right? At least he's wearing his outfit and looking good. And able to take care of himself. He's able to like look presentable. I feel like so if he's able to do that, he's able to at least, and he's self-aware of the clothes, the place being a mess. So like I feel like he's got the, like he's able to keep the place reasonably clean. Yeah, he's listed as being in his 30s on VNDB. Even Jeddo says, why can't I be hot? Anyway, I left my clothes in the living room and slid open the door to my room. Why couldn't I be a cool detective that used to be in the military or the police or whatever? A cool backstory. What have I done with my life? I've wasted my life. I say that, but it's probably for the best that I wasn't in the military. Especially considering the last couple of decades of stuff that's been going on and where I would have probably ended up, and stuff that's happened to soldiers in the last couple of decades because of the things that we've been involved with. Vajayado saying, hey now, we all have our own charms. We don't need to be hentai pro dag hog. True. I guess. We all have our own charms. It was freezing. Hardly a shock considering the place had been uninhabited all day. I quickly donned a kimono and brought my old clothes back to the living room.
夕飯は鶏鍋でいいかしら。
Ooh, chicken and vegetable hot pot sounds nice.
ああ、任せる。
I mindlessly answered and tried to pass Yukari to take a bath.
お風呂に入りたいのでしたら、ご自分で沸かしてくださいね。
This is the 1950s. How do you heat it? Do you have to start the fire thing?
分かってるよ。
What does he usually expect his... Man, why are you treating her like a wife? What the hell? I bundled my kimono up and shivered from the cold as I waited for the gas boiler to start spewing hot water. Oh no, you just start the gas boiler. Fair enough. After taking a piping hot bath, oh, that sounds amazing, I returned to my room to kill some time reading. My thoughts turned to ancient Rome as I oh my god, there's that meme that people say was that every 80% of men have thought about the fall of Rome or have thought about ancient Rome or something like that, which I think is bullshit, but not entirely false. At the same time, that just reminded me of that. My thoughts turned to ancient Rome as I flipped through a book about the history of the Gallic Wars. Though I'd read this one more times than I could begin to count, I felt like I always found something new each time.
夕飯ができましたよ。
Are they both wearing kimono stuff? Yukari was at the door. She changed into a kimono as well. They look like husband and wife. It's a bit weird. Or they're acting a bit like husband and wife in a sense. Evangelion saying, yeah, fire. Oh, hey. Yeah, oh, they had a boiler. Yeah. Valari Katai saying, remember when Karatila came up with a toothpick and toner? Oh my god, don't remind me, man. Valari Katai saying, I can relate to that. I did think about Rome for quite a while, even before that meme. Yeah, I mean, the whole point of the meme is that like men have apparently been doing that for a while. Or maybe for like ever. Steam and a rich aroma wafted from an earthenware pot. Within were chicken, scallions, bok choy, crown daisies, and cognac noodles. I had to admit I was a bit disappointed that there weren't any shiitake mushrooms though. Mate, get the fuck out of here, right? Stop being so fussy. In their stead were 2 boiled eggs floating in the broth. Is that not good enough?
さあいただきましょう。
Yukari put her hands together and bowed her head. Though she attended a Catholic school, this side of her was pure Japanese through and through. I dipped the chicken in a small dish of ponzu. I don't know what ponzu is, but also how do you afford to send her to a posh Catholic school? The dish exuded a cozy heat in my stomach, warming me from the inside out.
熱燗でも一杯やりたい気分だな。
Mate.
そんなことを言っても我が家にお酒はありませんよ。
I've got a feeling this guy might be a bit of an alcoholic. Gary's face was totally
気
deadpan.
分だってだけさ。
I talked back as I noisily slurped up the
ごちそう
noodles.
さん。うまかったよ。
お粗末様でした。
Like tracing, I live near a city with Roman history. Interesting. Even Joe don't sing. I mean, the Prairie Oyster gave that away. True. I returned to my room and smoked a cigarette as I leafed through some documents I'd brought home from work. Murders and lies had been constant bedfellows ever since Cain killed Abel in Genesis 4. True. This very case, the murder of a man by his elder brother, was a testament to just how little mankind had changed since then. Many rich families got into squabbles over their parents' inheritance. Unfortunately, the Tokisakas were not exactly rich, so the only real inheritance our parents left us was this house and mountains of books. Mate, that's more than what a lot of people get. I mean, you got a house. Damn, man. I mean, I shouldn't complain, but, like, still.
おかげさまで、うちは家族円満だ。
そうですね。
Yukari entered the room and nodded.
そろそろ寝ます。
ああ、おやすみ。
兄さんも夜更かしなどせずに早く眠ってくださいね。
子供じゃないんだから。
Well, she is acting as your, like, sister stroke wife now.
おやすみなさい。
He's a lot older than you, man. Yukari closed the door and left. But it's true, men never really truly grow up. I stubbed out the stump that was my cigarette in the nearby ashtray.
寝るか。
I got up and rolled my futon out of the closet. A few moments later, I curled up under the covers and sighed. I'd have to report the details of my investigation tomorrow.
明日は日曜か。
Oh, you have to work Sundays. Pain. Well, whatever. The guy would still be in, knowing him. After all, there was no leisure for the poor, be they detectives or police inspectors. I shuddered off to sleep while regretting the fact that I hadn't brought a bed warmer into the futon with me. I wonder what a bed warmer looks like. 1956, January 15th, moons aged 2, waxing crescent, springtide.
やれやれ。
Yada yada. Fancy I don't sing. As someone who tried a prairie oyster, those things are god awful. I can only imagine. Like I say, have quite the life for Latin, such a grandiose language. Utilize Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism, right? A stoic. Imagine I don't sing. I mean, her acting like his wife makes sense. All they have is each other. Their parents died. Yeah, like it makes sense that the sister would take over the kind of like mother stroke. Well, it's the motherly role, right? I say wife just because of that was the first thing that comes to mind, but really it's a motherly role, and he, in a sense, is taking over the father's role, in a sense as well. Like Cologne has a Roman fountain with Lupa Capitolina. Interesting. Right. I think we've hit about the 2-hour mark. It is 11:30. It is late. It is late for me, guys. There's not been any options. I don't know if there's any options in this game. But I think this is a good point to leave it. Let me see where this exit takes me. Return title screen. It's a weird The Shell Part 1 Inferno. Presented by Innocent Grey 2008-2023 Shiravune. Innocent Grey. Interesting. I think we'll leave it there for today. Oh, Crack Dealer, you've just appeared just at the end of the stream. Oh mate, we were I missed you. But hey ho, I suppose you can always watch the stream after the fact. Like saying the care mother of the founder of Rome was a she-wolf. I've heard there's a story, right, that she was a wolf. The founding yeah, I feel vaguely I heard something about the story around the founder of Rome and the mother being like a type of wolf. Character saying I watched the VOD, don't worry. Yeah, this has been interesting. This it was a recommendation by Evangeliona. It's I like the different art style it has. That, I mean, it's a art style of the time, right? 2008 when this came out. I think the Shell Part 3 came out more recently. So there's 2 other parts. I don't know if I'm going to play all of them, but I'm definitely enjoying what I'm playing, what I've seen so much of this VN. I'm a little bit intrigued. Obviously, we've not gone to the meat and potatoes of the story yet, just the intro. But yeah, I like this. It's kind of different. I'm a little bit intrigued. I'll probably at some point continue this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Cracker was saying, yeah, I was watching a friend's birthday stream. Wait, they were doing... People do birthday streams? Like, not streamers, if you know what I mean? Like, instead of birthday parties. I suppose it would be cheaper, right? If you did a birthday stream, you don't have to get cake for everything, run stuff like that. Am I old? I mean, I've not had a birthday party. I mean, I've had it, and if, like, you know, one where like family come over and do a little cake. I've had kind of that more recently, but I've not done a party since I was a kid. I don't know. Evangelion is saying La Divina Commedia. Also, don't forget the prequel Cartagra Afflictions of the Soul. Valkyrie saying I'm not intrigued, and Evangelion is telling him that you will be once the game picks up. Well, there is a lot of promise there. We'll see how this goes. I am playing this on Evangelion's recommendation, and I am quite happy to continue to see how this goes, because like I've had this issue with, like, what was it, Return to Shinagasu Island had a slow start. It was funny from the beginning, to be fair, but it took a while to kind of get I feel like it took a bit of a while to get into it. What else was there? I feel like there's been other stuff that I've had a similar thing to, like, especially with visual novels. I mean, you could say Doki Doki Literature Club is a bit like that, but that's for very different reasons. But yes, I'll leave it there for today. Thank you all for joining me on the stream. I am Ash Mannix. This is The Shell Part 1 Inferno. And I'll hopefully see you guys next time. See ya!